If you're a teacher, you might want to stop for just a minute and listen, because this story may change the way that you look at least one of your students. There was once a little boy named Teddy Stoddard, and his teacher, well, she was Mrs. Thompson. Teddy was that kind of child that people noticed for all the wrong reasons. He was disheveled, unkempt. His hair looked as though no one had combed it for days. His face and his hands were oftentimes dirty. His clothes were tattered, wrinkled, and looked as though they had been worn far too many days. He sat there slumped in his desk. He rarely smiled. His schoolwork was poor, and little by little Mrs. Thompson had already decided who Teddy was. The difficult child, the careless child, the one who simply didn't want to try. Until one day, she opened his school records, and what she found stopped her. Because Teddy had not always been this way. His first grade teacher had written that Teddy was bright, joyful, curious, and a delight to have in class. His second grade teacher wrote that Teddy was still a good student, but that his mother had been diagnosed with cancer, and Teddy was beginning to change. He was becoming quieter, more withdrawn, less engaged. Then came third grade. Another teacher wrote that his mother's illness was taking a terrible toll on him. Teddy was struggling to concentrate. His grades were failing. He seemed distracted, sad, far away. Then Mrs. Thompson turned one more page. His fourth grade teacher wrote that Teddy's mother had died. And after that, the little boy seemed to disappear. His father had become emotionally distant. Teddy had withdrawn from almost everyone. His grades had collapsed, his appearance had deteriorated, and the joyful little boy described on that first page was almost unrecognizable. And suddenly Mrs. Thompson understood. She wasn't looking at a lazy child. She was looking at a grieving child. She wasn't looking at disrespect. She was looking at loss. The dirty clothes, the poor grades, the silence, the distance. They weren't signs that Teddy didn't care. They were signs that life had hurt him more deeply than he knew how to explain. And then Christmas came. The children in Mrs. Thompson's class brought beautifully wrapped gifts. But Teddy's gift came awkwardly wrapped in brown paper. Inside was a rhinestone bracelet with several rhinestones missing, and a bottle of perfume that had already been used. Some of the children laughed, but Mrs. Thompson didn't. She put on that bracelet, the one with missing rhinestones. She sprayed on some of that perfume, and after class, Teddy stayed behind. He looked at her and said, "Mrs. Thompson, today you smell just like my mother used to." And when Teddy walked out of that classroom, Mrs. Thompson cried, because now she understood. That wasn't an old bottle of perfume. That was one of the last pieces of his mother. And from that day forward, she saw Teddy differently. She encouraged him. She noticed him. She called out what was still alive in him. Slowly, the little boy everyone thought was gone started coming back. Then the years passed, and one day a letter arrived. Teddy had finished high school. He told Mrs. Thompson that he had done well. And at the bottom of the letter, he wrote, "You've always been my favorite teacher. Love, Teddy." Years later, another letter came. He had gone to college. He was doing well. He told her that her belief in him had stayed with him. And once again, he closed the letter. "You have always been my favorite teacher. Love, Teddy." Then another letter arrived. This one was different. Teddy had graduated near top of his class. He told Mrs. Thompson that what she had done for him all those years ago had changed the direction of his life. And at the bottom, he signed his name differently this time. No longer Teddy. He wrote, Theodore Stoddard, MD. The little boy who once sat in the back of the classroom, dirty, withdrawn, broken, and almost written off, had become a doctor. But Teddy wasn't finished. One final letter came. He was getting married, and he asked Mrs. Thompson to attend. Not simply as a guest, he asked her to sit in the place where his mother would have sat. So she went, and on that day, Mrs. Thompson wore the old rhinestone bracelet, missing rhinestones, and she wore the same perfume Teddy had given her all those years before. The fragrance that reminded him of his mother. And when Teddy saw her, the teacher who had once nearly overlooked him was sitting in the place reserved for the woman he had lost. Teachers, listen to me. Somewhere in your classroom this year, there is a Teddy. Maybe not with dirty clothes, maybe not with tattered sleeves, but there is a child carrying a story you may have not read yet. What looks like defiance may be grief. What looks like laziness may be exhaustion. What looks like anger may be fear. And what looks like a child who does not care may actually be a child wondering if anyone still cares about them. So before you label them, learn them. Before you judge their behavior, get curious about their story, because you have no idea what happened in that child's life before they walked through the classroom door this morning. And years from now, they may forget your lesson plans. They may forget the tests. They may forget almost everything that you wrote on the board, but they will never forget the teacher who looked past the dirt, past the grades, past the behavior, and saw a child worth fighting for. Mrs. Thompson thought she was teaching Teddy, but Teddy reminded her what it truly meant to be a teacher. And maybe somewhere years from now, there is a letter being written to you, a letter from a child you almost missed. And maybe at the bottom it will say, "You were always my favorite teacher."